What's going on, YouTube? This is Rob A again, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Generations Fall of Cybertron Blast Off. Now this is part 2 of the Bruticus series. As you can see, build giant robot. And yeah, so we've got Blast Off here. He is a Cybertronian space shuttle, question mark? And yeah, as you can see, he's got some cool artwork on the packaging there. He looks pretty buff. Actually, looks like he has kind of a Warpath head going on there. But, you know, that's alright. Let's take a quick look at the back of the box here. Blast Off. Blast Off disguises the horrible loneliness he feels behind utter contempt for anyone who can't reach orbit under their own power. From his isolated position in orbit, he can fry any Autobots his comrades designate with powerful X-ray lasers, or descend to join his fellows in forming the mighty Decepticon Bruticus. Wait, so he he hates everyone that can't go into outer space. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. You can see his tech specs here. I'll leave those up for a moment or two. Speed of 10 and Fire Blast of 10? That's interesting. So he's just blowing stuff away. Alright, okay. And as you can see, part 2 of 5 combined to form Decepticon Bruticus. Other figures sold separately. So yeah, that's enough about this guy here. I think I'm gonna pop this open and see what we're looking at in vehicle form. Alright guys, so here we have Blast Off out of the package. And it's pretty simple. It's a Cybertronian spaceship. It still feels very light. Which is just, I'm just going to expect that from these. But it doesn't feel quite as fragile or as fiddly as Onslaught did. And I kind of like him. I think it's a pretty neat looking ship. I mean, it's pretty swooshable. No landing gear, nothing really underneath to speak of. It's not as hollow as Onslaught was, but it's still pretty hollow. The weird thing I did notice is that there are thrusters all over the robot mode, which I'll show off later. But if you actually turn this around, there's no thrusters on the back of this guy. They could have, like, maybe sculpted some into the feet or into the backs of the arms. He has thrusters sculpted onto the backs of his arms, but not in any spot that they'll show up when he's in vehicle mode, which I just thought was kind of weird. But that's fine. I mean, there's not really much else to say. He's got the blasters here, which you can pop off, and these are his weapons, and they look like he stole them from Bucky O'Hare. For any of you old enough to actually get that, that's what these remind me of. It looks like it got some decent paint apps. It could definitely use a wash, but that's pretty much it for that. So we're gonna go ahead and transform this guy, and to do that, like I said, let's get the weapons off here, and we're just gonna come underneath and untab the legs here, and do it for this side as well. Alright, so once you've got the legs untabbed, you just bring them on down, and just like that. This whole back end, this big booty on this guy, you just kind of split it in half and pull these little bits out to the side, and then we're going to take this bit back here with the Decepticon logo on it and just kind of pull this back so his head can come out, and then just smoosh that all together. And there you have his torso. Once you've got that all set, you're free to get his arms up and out of the way. And to do that, you just have to come back here and his arms are just tucked back into the back of the shuttle. You just pull those out and down, and then you can see there's a small tab here on this little arm bit, and there is a slot here on the chest, and you have to kinda just force that in there to lock the arms into place, and it's going to be scary. You're gonna feel like you're gonna break this thing. But I did it once or twice just to try it out, and I didn't seem to have any problems. There you go. That's it. My only problem with this guy is that this arm wants to fall right off just if I breathe on it funny, so we'll see how long it'll actually stay connected for me. But yeah, that's it for transformation, and there is Blastoff. We'll give him his guns here. Just stick right in his hands, like so. And that's it for him. I mean, very simple in both modes. But I like the look of this guy. He's very wide, very broad-shouldered. His arms are kind of weird, but it's alright. I mean, it's not enough that I'm like, hate it. So, quick size comparison here. Here he is with his fellow Combaticon Onslaught, and as you can see, Onslaught is quite a bit taller. Deluxe height with the Viacon over here. You can see a little bit shorter, but not by much. He's not terribly hollow in the back. I mean, he's got a little bit of air back there, but nothing crazy. You can see back here what I was talking about. He has the thrusters on his arms and on the backs of his legs here, and neither of those show up in vehicle form, so that's kind of weird. Articulation is he's got a ball jointed head, but it's very limited. He can basically just swivel. His arms can go all the way around and look kind of goofy doing so. He can unhinge his arm from the inside of his shoulder pad, so he can bring his arm back while leaving his shoulder pad up, but he can't really bring his arm forward without lifting that. So his arm is kind of weird. He's got a double jointed elbow because it's on a swivel there, or a hinge, and then it's on a ball joint as well, so he can rotate. You know, he's on a ball joint at the elbow there. No waist. His legs can go in and out, up and down, all around. He's got a thigh swivel, and a really decent knee due to his transformation, so he can get some really wide leg poses out of that, and that's pretty cool. I mean, so overall, you know, I'm kind of digging on this guy. He's certainly not perfect, but he's better than the first introduction I had to these Combaticons, definitely. So far, he's alright in my book. So, that's his robot mode. We're going to take a quick look at his limb mode, and I'll be right back. Okay, so to change this guy into an arm, you're basically going to just turn him back into his vehicle mode. So we're going to do that pretty quickly. Basically just going to get everything back in order like it was here, with the exception of his legs, which you're going to kind of leave out for the moment. So get everything kind of pegged back together there, and then we're going to come around to his legs, and these are going to come in like so, and then we're going to split his lower legs in half, just like this, and pull out the little hand bits, and whichever thumb you want. According to the instructions, it's supposed to have this thumb. So you can see each side has a hand half and a thumb. So you can switch back and forth. You can totally scramble city this guy. And that's really cool. Like, I like that feature. I'm just not 100% convinced on how these limbs actually look on their own. So we just want to plug that together and then kind of get this hand connected here. I guess like that. There we go. Okay, so then I guess this is that's his arm, just like that. And it's kind of a bummer. He's got, I don't know if this will count as elbow articulation, but there is his arm. It's really, really long. Yeah. I'm not sure how to feel about this right now, and especially since the little copyright information is totally visible on the front of his arm there. But I'm gonna have to see it once I get this all together and actually have, you know, Bruticus ready to go, how I feel in the end about this guy. But right now I'm very, very iffy on this whole combination thing. You can see it's a very, very big arm. It looks pretty big next to the Viacon. So Bruticus, I'm sure, is going to be a very large combiner. Whether it's going to be a very large and goofy looking one, I'm still on the fence about. So that's it for this review. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so very much. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Definitely stay tuned. I've got the rest of Bruticus coming up. And in the meantime, definitely leave some comments. Let me know how you feel. What your thoughts are on this, or if you found any cool fan mode transformations. And other than that, definitely leave a like if you found this video helpful. And absolutely subscribe, because, yeah, I want some more subscribers. And once I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to think of some kind of cool contest to do or something. So look forward to that. In the meantime, thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.